Following video contains spoilers, sarcasm, lies, exaggeration, drug references, unhinged ranting, crude humor, sex jokes, disregard for canon, and a lack of concern for your political beliefs.
Honestly, I don't take myself too seriously, and neither should you. You know what? Season 1 may have been a little rough, but it was still pretty good overall. I can't wait for the writers to build off it and flesh out the characters, giving us a story that in no way will resemble fan fiction.
Avatar.
This season is awful. Okay, Rebel Spirit. Ignore the Nick logo, I'm a pirate, so I can't complain. All the characters had their character development stripped away. Korra is insufferable. I long for death. Being with an episode of Water Tribe's Deadliest Catch, till the catch fights back and kills the old man in the sea. Over in the youth centers, stock jock Bolin is stuck playing more After Effects boxing with randos. Got tired of being as Meat Mako is beating up criminals. War profiteer Asami is selling her father's airplane collection. Balling Korra is racing children. Then he uses the Avatar state to win. Well, so much for inner peace. The fans Tenzin call BS on Korra being able to use the Avatar state. She needs to respect her power and traditions, and I just spotted her arc. Named after a dead guy, Boomy is here to troll his brother and win my heart. Hates his family, Tenzin now has to take everyone on a vacation to the air temples, so Korra will stop treating bending like a superpower, instead using it like the art form that it is. But sadly, Korra, the show, has long since made its decision. Party like a waterbender, Korra has to make a stop home to disappoint her parents, because Mako and Korra are still together. So in case any of you didn't know, Korra's acting like a bitch, because the plot says so, and I blame the writers, not her. Arriving in the South Pole, we meet hippie Aunt Kaya, who has done all the drugs. Korra introduces Mako to her parents, and her dad is just happy he isn't an earthbender. The boat shows up, carrying the worst Avatar villain Unalaq, followed by his twin children, who are just AU children of Azula and Mai. Dick is Dick and Crazy Bolin is into it. Unalaq is the chief of the Northern Water Tribe and Korra's dad's brother. So you know what that means? She's a goddamn princess. The zealot Unalaq bemoans how commercialism has ruined the holidays. Korra finds out about how spirits have been attacking things, and the stock villain says he can teach her the art of ghost busting. Daddy Tonrock is having none of his brother's skeezy BS. Over somewhere else, Asami and her beard are going to talk with the most overused character, Varric. He immediately takes a shine to Bolin and buys him from Asami. Film now exists, so Varric is gonna make money off of it. Through porn. Crime against cooking Unalaq is crying over the lack of evil in his dish. Tenzin is getting bullied by his siblings while Katara lets it happen. During his dinner speech, Unalaq curses the South for his sinful excess. Later, third-wheeling Bolin runs into Esna and Desna, who makes him their slave. Dating for PR Makora continues to be bad. Poorly designed spirit blob attacks. Staging this Unalaq shows up to stop the beast with a light show. I Want That Korra agrees to be his apprentice, as Freudian father figures resent having to share parental duties. Joking, Tenzin secretly loves this. One kid down, 4 to go. Tenzin gets ready to ditch his family. When needs the room, Katara shows up and forces him to take his siblings. And Darth Sidious gleams over finally having his apprentice. The Southern Rites. Unalaq is still being obviously evil, Tenzin's siblings are getting shamed for not being airbenders, and Korra makes the South see the light. So, removing a lot of filler here, Unalaq is evil, Korra is dumbass, they're going to the center of the South Pole to unlock the spirit filter, and her dad is coming along to show off his Father's Day present. Scar and Mufasa don't get along, and this is where we find out why. Turns out former heir Tonrock used to be hot stuff till he partied a little too hard and destroyed some spirit trees. Also caught some criminals, but that's beside the point. A bunch of spirit blobs came to attack the North Pole, and Scar used his healing magic to save the day. Technically committed war crimes, Tonrock was sent to the South in exile, while Can't Hide His Boner Unalaq got the throne. Pot meets kettle, Korra gets mad and leaves to have a smoke. Over on Tenzin's Shoot Me Now vacation, he finds that the air temple has been overrun with cosplayers who identify as airbenders. Boomy and Kaya get dumped on for not being able to carry on the bloodline. Cutting away from the incoming homicide, spirits are the best. Unalaq tells Korra it's time for her to merge the spirit and human worlds, something no other avatar did, which is a fact that they all choose to ignore. Torok disagrees. Rin, without reason, Korra ignores her dad. A spirit attacks, but it's meaningless. The twins get cold feet. Mako is stuck in the backseat where he belongs. And Korra finally gets inside, avoiding some spirit snakes, and turns on the damn lights. Korra thinks she's done the right thing till, whoop, there it is. Civil War Part 1. The South Pole is being invaded in the name of unity, Korra is ignoring all the warning signs, and Bolin is officially in an abusive relationship. So, the Snow British are here to look down and take back Ice Australia. Idiot for a season Korra is buying all the imperialist hype, because allegedly, this will make her better than Aang. The rest of the tribe is having none of this. Loyalist Korra is being stupid still, despite all the warnings. 100% does cocaine Varric says they need to prep for war. Simpin' Ain't Easy Bolin is taking his girl for a ride. On a spectrum, Esna plans to keep this summer fling going after summer. And Bolin runs to his brother to get the secret for making girls break up with you. Why would I know that?
Come on, you know why.
Left her brains in season 1, Korra is still oblivious. Unalaq says he's a uniter and that if the South keeps complaining, it will cause a war between spirits and humans. The North could leave, but entitlement. Tensions are high. Teams Splish and Splash are throwing gang signs. The twins are holding Bolin hostage after he thought about breaking up with them. Mad that her dinner got ruined, Korra runs to her cigar-smoking mother, who is less than sympathetic, and lets slip that she knew that Tenzin and her dad forced her into Avatar camp. Running to her uncle for a more receptive ear, getting kidnapped Unalaq is a bit busy. Traitor to her people Korra beats up her people. Executions for everyone Unalaq gets talked into holding a trial for the rebels by when it's convenient Korra, agreeing, then locking up his brother as a bonus. Civil War Part 2. It's the people versus Waterstalin, the court is rigged, Bolin is hitched, and Korra goes from stupid to stupid angry. Really hates his brother Unalaq, has thrown his brother and sister-in-law in jail. Miss Impulsive Korra doesn't do anything because her parents ate the last cookie or something dumb. On a leash Bolin is hiding from the Shining Twins perfectly with the Addams family. Korra's harem debate on how to save Bolin from a life of monotone emotional abuse when Perry the platypus Varric pops in and gives Bolin money to buy his freedom. In the trial, I Hate My Brother Tonrock regrets not drowning Unalaq more often when they were kids. Korra is standing around regretting not picking Asami. Asami is regretting showing Bolin the local drug dealers. Paybacks of bitch Unalaq makes his kangaroo case. Get out of jail free card Korra is horrified that the law is being enforced on someone she knows. Bolin tries to use the bathroom only for founder Kick Esna to put an arrow in his knee. Rethinking this marriage, Senya gets off free because she's a woman. The judge finds the rest guilty and sentences them to be punished. Unalaq steps in on their behalf, and the guilty breathe a sigh of relief. I understand, you are completely right, I misspoke. I meant cruel and unusual punishments. Being her dad in prison, Korra gets a fat I told you so from her father. Going out to get some dog food. How does he know this judge reveals that it was all a sham by Unalaq and that he framed her dad for the Spirit Forest incident. Because the good guys can never do bad things because of their character flaws. It's always some villain's fault. Running back to tell her friends that she is the real heir to the throne, Mandark Bolin wants to run away from his wedding. Coming up with a plan, they try to get Korra's dad, but Unalaq is one step ahead. Saying he lied about all the nice things he said about Korra, she snaps. Running to Varric's pleasure barge, Korra and Asami work together to save the day, and bust Water Daddy out of boat jail. Not down to clown, Bolin spots his ex, and the boat hits turbo mode to run away. Peacekeepers. One of the worst episodes. Korra's being a colossal C-word. Pointless relationship drama is happening. Varric is still great, but this president guy doesn't want to go to war, and who can blame him? Oh, and Bolin becomes a porn star. Arriving in generic New York City, character formerly known as Lin Beifong is physically present, but will be mentally absent for the rest of the season. Moneymaker Bolin buddies up with Varric for more wacky hijinks in a comedy duo that the writers were overly in love with. Bolin gives an awful speech, but then turns it around by complimenting his fans. Bolin completes his move from himbo to porn, with even a bored hot chick for accuracy. Back in Ice Australia, just the worst Unalaq is planning his dictatorship, and takes a page out of Ozai's playbook by sending his children to hunt the Avatar, because everything about him is recycled ideas from better villains. There's a plot that involves Milo, but I'm gonna take a page out of Tenzin's book and ignore him. Peaceful protest, I guess. Korra leads an anti-North rally, desperately looking for a plot to ruin Mako, spots some shady types running away. The embassy gets blown up. Korra blames the North because she just hates them damn Yankees. Meeting with the lame president who won't join the war because he's not stupid, nor the US. More couple arguments. Would have been a great YouTuber Varric eat some hot peppers as he does pointlessly eccentric things. Mansplaining to Asami that she should become a war profiteer. Whereas the perp Mako is getting bullied by obviously crooked cops. The president shows up and Mako snitches about Korra's lunch plans. Korra's out with dead ringer Iroh, who is here to just give the creators an excuse to talk to Dante Bosco. I've met him, I understand. President prevents his general from starting a war, then Korra flips out for him being reasonable. Going to have the argument, Korra yells at Mako for betraying her. He mumbles that she's a bad girlfriend, and then Mako breaks someone's favorite ship.
Yeah.
Then Korra tries to travel to the Fire Nation to get an army, / celebrate being single. Gets attacked by the Wonder Twins, then a plot spirit eats a snack Korra. The sting of having this awful love triangle back. God, I'd take a bad couple over this crap any day. Just because your main character is a woman doesn't mean you have to have who she'll date be a thing every season. This isn't The Bachelorette. Okay, here's the play-by-play. Asami's weapon shipments are getting attacked. Bolin's porn propaganda films are a huge hit. Mako meets up with bummed out Asami. Some Northern Water guy claims to be a bomber. He was brought in by the world's most obviously crooked cops. All three of them have mustaches. I'm not saying that's related, but I just feel like pointing it out. Trying to impress a chick, Mako claims this isn't obviously a setup, but writer's block Lin is being written to be oblivious and doesn't believe him. Diet Zuko offers to help clean out Asami's closet, you know, as fuckboys do, but he wasn't prepared to actually put in the work. Becoming a frat guy, Bolin is chilling in his jacuzzi as his brother goes to get help for his sting operation. And that help is the mob. Because why design characters when you can reuse old ones? On board a ship, the kinda racist looking gangster jokes about Mako dating Korra. He reveals he broke up with her and is available. Feeling the power, Bolin kisses a woman against her will. No longer the jackass brother, Mako overhears the mob talking about how this is all a distraction. Grabbing Asami, they rush back to the closet to find everything's been stolen. Mako starts to make a long speech about how he's gonna be there for Asami, who then bites the bullet and kisses him so he'll shut up. And this reignites the shipping war that basically no one wanted. PC Police Mako brings in the caricature, gets an aha moment that Varric is behind this, and that he's been attacking Asami's ships so he can buy her company. But now only Mako knows this, so sadly he's gonna get a lot more screen time. Korra wakes up on a beach with amnesia and is surrounded by people in penis hats. And that's all for now. Tune in next week to hear me talk about the rest of this train wreck. Then tune in for the new video I'll be releasing Monday, which is my actual review of season 1 and these episodes. Because I've decided that I want to keep doing reviews, but I know a lot of you are just here for these sarcastic summaries, so I'm gonna split them into 2 separate videos so I can kind of gauge like which one is getting more views so I can figure out where I should be focusing my time. So stay tuned for that. Like, share, and subscribe. Hate me and praise me in the comments. And you all stay honest, Sarcastic fans.